Hello everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to be bringing you my Infinite Mist build with shadow damage over time. We're able to achieve this season with our abilities from our hearts. We're going to be using the Caged Heart of the Decrepit Aura. We're going to be using the Heart of the Sacrilegious and Varshan's Heart to achieve the massive damage over time while staying nice and cozy in our Blood Mist. If you guys enjoy what you see or learn something, please leave a like or consider subscribing as it helps a ton. Thank you. Okay, so right here we have a boss kill. Our boss damage isn't so bad. Our single target damage does do pretty well, but it does lack if we don't have corpses on the ground. So the best way to get a perfect setup is to go into the boss, attack it with Reap, hit it with Bone Tendrils to apply some vulnerability, go into Blood Mist to create some corpses, target with Reap every 4 seconds to create another corpse, and we just keep going until the boss is almost staggered. Once it becomes staggered, hit it with another Bone Tendril to make it vulnerable, and then Blood Mist and spam all the corpse explosions you can. Should have a nice stack of bodies and anything should get taken down. Here we have a shrine event. The shrine event is pretty good. The chests are definitely have a heavier spawn, but shrines do well. We usually end up halfway through the shrine with a four monster spawn, so we won't get any crazy cooldowns off of a shrine. But as you can see, we just keep grouping things up into the center, trying to group things up into our existing corpse explosions, and just keep blood misting when we can to create corpses. Hit corpse explosion when you don't have your blood mist up to create more lucky hit chances with your Decrepify aura. We want to be going into close range so our Decrepify aura actually hits the targets and is applying our cooldown reduction on lucky hit. If we're not close enough, it's not going to go on the target and we're not going to get our cooldowns coming back. As you can see here, going into groups of monsters is very simple. You can't be... The more monsters, the better. It will keep resetting our blood mist, and we can just stay invulnerable until everything's dead. Since we're leaving pools of damage over time on the ground, it'll just continually stack up, so the more pools we can get, the more damage output we can have. Just some clips of me going through, pulling things together, and absolutely destroying everything with ease. And under the safety of our blood mist, you can go in without worrying and come out victorious no matter what. And if things get hectic and you don't think you're going to be able to take out what's in front of you, right before your blood mist is about to run out, you just walk away, dodge away, cast some corpse explosions on the target. Works very well. It's a very safe build. You can push way higher level than you are. It may not be the fastest build because it's damage over time, but with the advancements in the defense, you should be able to push well above your level and get that extra experience and loot. So I'll leave you with a full dungeon clear of the highest level dungeon I can clear before I switch over to a different build. I'm gonna be trying to create more of an AFK summoner style build with the corpse explosions, as I find that it would be pretty fun to stand in the middle of an event and not have to worry about all the stragglers around and let your minions be able to take out some things. Alright, so for the main stats for the build, we're kind of trying to get lucky hit, cooldown reduction, and damage over time effects. You want damage reduction on all pieces of gear that you can get, and because we have more than enough damage to get through the content, we just need to be able to stay alive when we're out of our blood mist form. I'm just going to go over the aspects real quick. We're getting corpse explosion cooldown here. When we detonate a corpse in blood mist, we gain a cooldown for the blood mist. Here, when we cast Bone Storm, we get armor or a barrier equal to our base life for each tick of Bone Storm damage. Corpse explosion or a Howl from below will give other corpse explosion some auto-targeting features. We get increased armor on attacks, stacking buff. Unstoppable while we have sorry. While unstoppable, we gain 19% increased movement speed. So every time we're in Blood Mist, we'll have increased movement speed and 4 seconds afterwards. Increased damage when enemies have both curses on them. When we're around enemies, they'll get the Crepify, and then we just hit Iron Maiden to give them 44% more damage to shadow damage. In the amulet, we want to put the Shadow Blade key passive, damages 10 enemies. It's a good damage source right here. In this amulet, I have Fueled by Death passive. This gives me more damage when I blow up corpses, and a lot of movement speed in my amulet. I like moving fast. It's helping me run sigils quicker. Run Nightmare Dungeons to get my sigils quicker. In this ring here, we have Blood Mist leaves a trail for 4 seconds of shadow damage. This is just extra damage to stack up our Shadow Blade passive. Each time Shadow Blade key passive damages an enemy, next Shadow Blade within 10 seconds deals 30% more damage. This is just increasing our Shadow Blade damage as well. And this one gives our ultimate Bone Storm Darkness abilities, so that it is more Shadow Blade ticks. That is pretty much all the aspects overview kind of roughly explained. I'll have a link in the description so that you can actually take a look and put the pieces together for yourself. We're going into Reap. We're going to take Accolades Reap. We're going to skip the core tree. We're going to get Hued Flesh. We're going to get Blood Mist, max that. We're going to go into Ghastly Blood Mist. We're going to get Corpse Explosion, max that. Bladed Corpse Explosion. Go Fueled by Death, max that. 1 into Iron Maiden. 1 into Decrepify. 1, and we'll go into Aberrant Decrepify. 3 into Amplify Damage. Take the top portion of the Shadow Tree. Corpse Tendrils, 1 into Corpse Tendrils. And then we go Plague Corpse Tendrils. Necrotic Carapace, 3 points. Helps us get our Fortify. Memento Mori, 3 points. Standalone, 3 points. Bone Storm, and then the first skill of Bone Storm, Prime Bone Storm. We don't go into Supreme Bone Storm because we are not Crit Strike build. And we go into Shadow Blade. That is the skill tree. And once again, the build link will be in the description so that you can take a look at the skill tree and figure it out with the... And for the Paragon board, I have not gotten my sigils up in levels yet, so I have been filling out rare nodes and trying to reach some of the legendary nodes. It is definitely not properly put together, but it's working well enough for me, and I haven't had a need to arrange everything yet. I am going into a build swap over here, and I will be either going into Bloodlance or a more AFK style summoner build. We will see. I am probably going to be going on the path of the summoner, but I have not made up my mind yet. That's the Infinite Mist Shadow Dot build I've been playing. Been cruising through the levels, and I hope you guys enjoy playing it as well. If you learned anything or you liked the video, consider subscribing. Thanks.